Hi there, I'm Shane Spiers and welcome to another edition of the Summit Interviews, beaming out to you from the beautiful city in Bath in the UK. My guest today is Mark Asquith. Mark, a very warm welcome. Great to have you on our show.
Thank you very much. It really is a beautiful city as well, Bath. So yeah, congrats on being in somewhere a little bit nicer than Sheffield.
Oh, thank you. For those of you that don't know him, Mark is a serial entrepreneur who has built globally successful design, marketing, software and digital businesses since he quit his real job in 2005. A passionate podcaster, global keynote speaker and helpful bloke, Mark is the co-founder of the podcast websites and the creator of Excellent Expected. He also says he has a terribly embarrassing beard, but I don't agree with that. Looks perfect to me.
Oh, I don't know, you should see it from the side. Not so good.
Mark, the title of our interview today is Why Your Personality is Your Company's Secret Weapon. And we've 5 minutes for the interview. If you're ready, I'll start the clock.
Let's do this.
So, what 3 things can I do to inject more personality in my business on a scalable level?
Okay, so I'm going to preface this entire chat and I'm going to qualify it all by saying that every single person in business has heard the phrase people buy from people. And people don't market like that phrase exists, but yeah, it's marketing 101. It's what we're told to do. It's what we're told to be like. So what 3 things can you do to inject more personality into your business? Number 1, you've got to develop a story mindset. You've got to develop a way of marketing yourself and being able to tell stories of your business, of your background, of why you do what you do, and thread stories throughout all of your marketing. That is item number 1. Right. Item number 2 is you've got to really take people behind the scenes. So, gone are the days of one-way marketing. Gone are the days of just outbound sales. It's all about inbound marketing now. It's about attracting people because remember, people aren't ready to buy it yet. It's rare that you happen on someone that is just ready to buy.
Yeah.
It never happens. So you've got to be there. You've got to be the only viable option when they are ready to buy. And to do that, you've got to show that you're a real person. So you've got to let people in behind the scenes. Instagram TV, Facebook Lives, Instagram Stories, Periscope, let people see what's going on behind the scenes of the business.
Right.
And the third thing that you've got to do to inject more personality is get a little bit uncomfortable.
Right.
All right? Get uncomfortable. I once did a Facebook Live, which was one of my highest converting Facebook Lives, and I did it when I was in the bath. No lie, there's a picture of me, and I use it on some talks, and it was uncomfortable. It was weird. I thought, I was just bored in the bath. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And it was a very high converting Facebook Live, and it worked really, really well. So you've got to maybe not go that far, but you've got to get a bit uncomfortable. For example, are you uncomfortable being on video? Well, that's where you probably need to be if that's where you're uncomfortable. Same with a podcast. Are you uncomfortable with your own voice? So do that. So yeah, they're my 3 tips. They're 3 ways you can inject personality.
Brilliant. And how should I recruit and build my team based on my personality?
Yeah, it's a good question actually, Shane. So what you've got to do with that is you've got to take apart what makes your personality so vital to the business. So for example, it's not necessarily the fact that you like what you like or you talk how you talk. It's more around how willing are you to share the things that I talked about in the last tip? How willing are you to go and get uncomfortable? And then when you're recruiting around that, actually, you need to be recruiting people that can have the same kind of ideas, that can push the boundaries in your industry, that can flex and bend a little bit with your business. If you get someone that's just coming in as a marketer and they've always been a marketer and they're not, they're perhaps not willing to stretch themselves, and they're probably not going to be a right fit if you do want to move forward. So you've got to understand that to be a personality-based business, your personality has to scale. Yeah. And that's about finding people who are willing to be as uncomfortable and have these wacky ideas that you're willing to have as well. So that's what I'd suggest there.
Yeah. And what kind of core metrics or metrics can I measure against a personality-based marketing plan?
So, you're going to hear lots of words like sentiment thrown around, and, the big buzzword is engagement, of course. We all want to be looking at how engaged our audience is. But let's not forget that actually what we're trying to do is drive sales. Okay, so you've got to go back to basics with this, and that's why I think this question is such a good one, because a lot of people are going to expect a new, fancy, crazy answer, and it's not about that. It's still about applying business logic to personality marketing. So what that means is measure your Google Analytics. Make sure that any content that you're doing drives referral traffic to a landing page. Don't forget the basics. And if you can do that, if you can marry this new, more agile, more kind of zany outlook on marketing, but then measure the basic metrics that have always been there,
right,
you're going to win. You know, don't forget the basics.
Right. So what's an example? So those are examples like conversion rates and things like that. All the sort
Yeah.
of, yeah.
So things like you Google, like I said, your Google Analytics, the number of sales calls booked, like you said, the number of lead magnets that are downloaded if you're in the online space, the number of free trials if you're a software company, the number of, I guess, the number of just people willing to sign up to your free membership if you've got one of those. So it's basically, you know what? Can I track this piece of content that I put out, this personality-based content?
Yep.
Can I track that through to someone signing up and taking an action? And more importantly, having a transaction with me. So that might be, like I said, an email address. It might be signing up to something. It might be a free membership somewhere or a free trial. Try and measure the transaction and then figure out what do I need to put into the top of the funnel to drive more through in terms of the transaction. So if you know that you convert 2% of your web traffic to a free trial, your core metric, the thing that you need to measure is purely and simply the number of website visits that you get. You know, that's all you want to do. So yeah, don't forget the basics when measuring.
Yeah. Brilliant, fascinating stuff. And sadly, we've come already to the end of our time. Folks, for more resources, check out Mark's landing page, www.excellenceexpected.com/free coaching. That will be below the video and podcast. Mark, thank you so much. That was brilliant stuff.
Thank you very much, Shane. I love this format, so congratulations on what you're doing. I think it's fantastic.
Thanks for checking out our Summit Scale podcast. If you like what we're doing here, please head over to iTunes and subscribe, rate us and leave a review. It's very much appreciated. And if you want to learn more about the work we do or are looking for a load of free resources to help with scaling your business, check out our website, www.summitleader.com.